Yo yo yo, what's going on guys? It is Chili Games here again, and setting my controller down like always before we get started. So, what do we have today? Well, first off, I just want to say thank you guys again for all the support, passing 400 subscribers, and yeah, just it's incredible the feedback that I've been getting, and just the support that you guys have been giving me. So, today getting into another Fletcher game, and the reason why I've been playing Fletcher a good bit is because it did get buffed slightly, like you guys know, and it's probably one of my least played destroyers other than Kagero. And I feel like whenever I play Fletcher, I expect a lot, but it always just lets me down. But lately it's been doing pretty good. And so you'll notice that I'm not running Halsey because I do not have Twisted Track on my screen right now. I'm running Arleigh Burke, and I'm going for a I think it's a full gunboat build in terms of perks. I'll have to check. Obviously, we have Sims and Bay as inspirations. And if you saw the map, or you saw the matchmaking, two enemy Fletchers in a division on the other team, and I'm located, which pretty much tells me that they are running twist and track, which is very scary. So, I'm gonna go play this side over here. Not looking great in terms of matchmaking because I don't have any extra. I don't have Hydro. If it's a 2v1 Fletcher battle, I'm losing that almost every single time, straight up. So this game automatically, like before it even really got started, I was like, okay, man, like this is going to be difficult because if I see one Fletcher, the other one's going to be pretty close behind. So what I'm doing here is, well, for one, not spotting, and the biggest thing for that is I don't have twist and track, so I don't want to go around this island here to my left and be spotted. So I'm more or less playing this slow, and I know if I go out straight, and obviously there's torpedoes there, if I go out straight I risk getting spotted, and then I won't be able to turn to my right. So I hit the speed boost here, and I'm kind of worried that we're going to get spotted, and we do. So what do? Before I cross that island right there in front of the Jean Bart, I start turning away and braking. And luckily for us, these guys seem to kind of more or less struggle to hit me this entire time. But straight up, I'm smoking up. There's no point in me staying spotted here. I'm gonna lose this trade almost every time. So another thing you'll see me do is I don't use my damage con yet because I don't know if they have torpedoes coming. I know there was one set in the water towards the Kutuzov there that took a few, but I'm holding on to it. I know that my smoke screen is going to keep puffing out, and I'm going to hold my damage con as long as possible because I'm in no immediate threat. And while those guys are smoked up, the Jean Bart spotted, and we're going to start farming. And so this is where I feel like Burke as a commander is a lot of fun, because if you use his legendary perk, rather be torching, gives you at legendary 2 an extra 2% of fire, giving you a 7% chance of fire on top of the basic 5% that you get. So torpedoes are back up. They're both going to be sitting in that smoke screen. We shoot torpedoes there either to, force them out or hopefully hit them. And right now we're just farming this Jean Bart. He uses his damage con after one fire. That is beautiful for us. And look at the damage. Look at the damage that we're getting on this guy. And this was like, I've been using Fletcher a bit lately, and I gotta say the guns have really started to, I'm not sure if it's because of the buff or whatnot, but the guns have really started to kind of be like, man, they're kind of fun to use. And with that 7% chance to fire, I feel like the fires are much more. It is, see, there's another one. I don't know, it just makes Fletcher a little bit more entertaining and rewarding to play, in my opinion. Obviously, like if you're going to go for competitive wise, twist and track is almost necessary for this thing, but whatever, we're going to go for the gunboat build just for the fun of it, because I think it's more enjoyable to play. Luckily, we get a torpedo hit on one of the Fletchers there, and that's huge because any damage that I can do without being spotted on those guys is going to help even the odds if I have to meet them later on. And as you can see, our team is really struggling here. And the reason why I am leaving this flank, well, for one, we have 2 Fletchers over there, and I have no Hydra. So me going balls to the walls into there, you know, trying to play them, trying to single them out over there, it's going to be almost impossible. And I see that our left flank over here has completely fallen, and I know that there is another destroyer over here, and we have 2 battleships in our cap circle that are completely alone here. So I was more or less, I had to pick between the 2 evils. Do I contest the 2 destroyers over here, which honestly I feel like would have just taken too much time, and they would have been at our base, and then we would have been fighting to get our base, and I was trying to round off here and kill these 2 battleships and kill this flank so we could push back against those Fletchers, and it ends up working out. So automatically targeting the Bismarck, and something that I'm really trying to get better at is torpedoes, and I struggle a lot, and I think it's because it's my patience just isn't there. I seem to have a difficult time hitting a lot of torpedoes consistently, really. And well, you know, these aren't the best torpedoes, but they do have really good concealment. So that being said, I'm going straight past this Jean Bart, and I'm really hoping this Jean Bart, my friendly Jean Bart, isn't staying still this whole time, because I really don't need him to get torped. But I will say, for the rest of this game, this Jean Bart player plays almost perfect. I'm not really sure if there's a perfect, you know, play in this game, but he played lights out, and it was so much fun. So you're about to see what's going on here. Bismarck is stationary. I'm not sure why, and luckily with the 9.2 kilometer range on these torps, we just barely get to here. I'm spotted, so that means there's an Asashio right here, which is good. He has low health, and I'm not sure why he was contesting. He should have been, you know, expecting this to happen maybe, but luckily he shoots. He must not have a smoke screen up, and this is a pretty easy cleanup on a Japanese destroyer, I should say. I mean, this isn't a fair fight with the Fletcher. Keep a lot of health, which is good. The destroyer threat over here is fine. Now all we have to do is kill these 2 low health targets. And at this point, I don't want to waste my smoke screen, because I don't know if I'm going to need it for those 2 destroyers. So I start shooting my guns, and the reason why, well, if they hit me here for a lot, then it wouldn't have been worth it. But any shot that I can take away from them shooting at my Jean Bart is going to be pretty much a win in my part, because I feel like I can, you know, I can do my best at dodging these shells. Leon goes down, which is huge. Bismarck is very close to being next, and like I said, this Jean Bart player is playing it pretty dang well. He's not showing broadside. He's not, you know, doing anything stupid. He's not rushing. He's playing it slow. And he's letting these guys overcommit, catch up on them. So get a fire on the Bismarck. He has no damage gone from the torps that we hit earlier. Of course, it will be back soon. And you see me aiming for the rear there, because I'm trying to get that second fire spot, and we do hit it. You see me, golly, I don't know what it is, but that extra 2% chance of fire has been really fun to play with. I just feel like the fires are actually somewhat doable. And now a big problem here is this Charles Martel, and this little duo action between me and this Jean Bart is not over. This was so much fun. I mean, considering where we were at this match, we were down like what, 4 ships at the beginning, and there's still so much to do, because we can almost guarantee that friendly cruiser to our right is going to be dead, because he's singled out against a battleship and 2 destroyers that he can't see. So he's not in the best spot. So what am I doing now? I'm pretty much trying to get around this island so that I can keep this Charles Martel spotted for my Jean Bart. Jean Bart is going to be the only way this guy dies, because if you go 1v1 with a Martel and a destroyer, it is not going to be fun. Martel is so deadly against destroyers, because the 203 high explosives at that reload is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm shooting my torpedoes here, because I know he would have to, he didn't want to, you know, keep going straight to the Jean Bart, so he's going to turn. And luckily, well, we get located, which means that other Fletcher is pretty close to me. That's another thing to look at there. And our Kutuzov goes down, I shoot at this guy one time because I want him to show broadside to me to get all of his guns firing, because he doesn't know that I have torpedoes coming. So we're pretty much baiting this guy also into giving broadside to our Jean Bart here. Only get one torpedo, but you know, considering that's a big chunk of his health, and he's broadside to Jean Bart, and bam. Oh man, this felt so good. Great play in the Jean Bart guy there. He hasn't lost a ton of health. I'm feeling pretty confident. We know that one of the Fletchers has taken a torpedo. I've gotten a little bit of damage on one, so as long as I can play it smart and spot for this guy, I can help, because also their enemy Jean Bart is almost dead. So it's about to get pretty spicy, and I'm spotted by well, not spotted, I'm located, so I'm playing it very, very cautious here, because I know if these guys are directly together, the fire that they can put on me is absolutely ridiculous, and I get spotted, which is very scary. I'm going ahead. I feel like he's over this way, and I'm not sure where he went. However, I am head on a swivel because I am terrified. And I don't know how he got over there without me spotting him. But he beaches. Take my shots here. Get a little bit of damage there. Not anything crazy. But since I am spotted, I'm going to go ahead and try to light some fires on this Jean Bart, because all he needs is one permafire and he is 100% dead. And the reason why I'm still firing here is if I did take fire from the other Fletcher, if he was to my right there, then I could have just turned away, and I don't think I would have lost that much health. Unfortunately for us, the Jean Bart is kind of, I don't know, this is kind of questionable. Good on him though, he makes it work. Fletcher gets spotted, and you know, I'm trying my level best to just kill this guy like he needs. I'm so terrified that this guy's gonna get torpedoes off, and I'm actually not too sure why he didn't. But friendly Jean Bart gets his guns around right about now. Yep, another kill for him. We're still spotted. Jean Bart is almost dead, and you see the other torpedoes coming from the other Fletcher, so that means that the other guy's pretty far away still. As soon as Jean Bart fires, we turn in and I slow down. We dodge all of the shells there, which could have really hurt. We get a perma-fire, or no, that's not a perma-fire. We get a fire. However, he has to burn it because he's very, very, very close to being dead. And unfortunately for him, that was such a RNG salvo. I mean, considering 7% chance of fire for 5 guns, getting 2 fires like that is almost, you know, that's insane. We could have easily killed him if we poked around the corner here, but, you know, that just made it a little bit easier. So, it is now a 1v1, and I am at a huge disadvantage. Why is that? Well, because he knows exactly, or he knows very well where I am, because one, I've been shooting, and I know that he shot torpedoes at that Jean Bart from this angle, so I am angled away, and I am basically waiting for him to just run into my detection, because I feel like with 9,000 health, I can gun him down pretty easily, depending on how much health he has, and I know that one of them has to have taken a torpedo, so this guy could be pretty low health. And since he has the bait on me with the twist and track, I have to just play it slow, and I'm just waiting for him to overcommit here. Because I'm winning. We're winning right now. I could run, but I know if he gets into the cap, that would stall our points, so I can't run. This guy is going to have to die. If he's smart, he's going to go for the cap, because he knows if he can stall our caps out a little bit, then he's going to overtake us in points. So this was I was terrified right here, honestly. I was like, man, like this was such a good comeback. Like, Jean Bart played well. I really want to cap this off with a win, and you know, Fletcher v Fletcher, one has twist and track, one doesn't. This is pretty scary. Fortunately, time is on our side, and this guy's going to have to make a move pretty quickly, or we're going to win by 4 points, which is quite funny. He gets spotted. I outspot him, actually, which is huge. I have considerable amount of health. I probably have double his health, which is extremely good. And we get a good salvo there, and this is going to be one for the cleanup, and that is going to be a GG. That was I was scared. I'm so happy that we won this game because Jean Bart player he had 4 kills. That was. It is rare when you see good teamwork in a game, which is sad because this is a team game. But GG to that guy. This was a lot of fun. Fletcher, to me, Fletcher is the most fun when using Burke. You can win a lot of games with twist and track with it. But for me, I like lighting fires. It's a pretty good gunboat with Arleigh Burke here. You see 11 fires there. Very, very solid. And that's going to be pretty much it. Guys, I freaking appreciate you. And y'all have a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.